Hey guys, I'm Chris.
Hey everybody, I'm Robert.
And we're the Film Flamers, bringing you our quarterly Shooting the Flames. Ushering in the new year.
2026.
Yes, it sounds like the future.
It does, although things feel the same.
That's right. Although, we would like to welcome our newest state of horror, Venezuela. Welcome to the fam.
Welcome to
our
the
newest
flag.
patron,
Venezuela. Oh, I like the days where we are adding new states via coup. So, I don't even know. He has seized power of an entire country by kidnapping its president with a military action. I know. And the world gives a collective sigh. Honestly, this is not very FIFA Peace Prize of him. And I
for one will not stand for it.
I mean, for a man,
I will not vote for him again.
who has spent the greater part of a year just crying about not getting a fucking Nobel Peace Prize. He went into a country and took it. So, I mean, you're not doing yourself any services on your campaign trail for this premier. Yeah, good God. Although, I'm not surprised. Anytime I see something new about our fucking president, I'm just like, yeah, it seems like something he would do. Isn't it bad when apathy sets in? I
said it a long time ago.
Yeah, but I'm just like, yeah. I can't.
3 more years of this hellhole and this cholesterol does its job.
Fuck yeah. Although, who was telling me? Someone was telling me what his McDonald's order is. He'll eat a large fry, a Big Mac, a quarter pounder with cheese, and a Filet-O-Fish in one sitting.
That's amazing.
So there's hope. There's hope for that cholesterol to do its job. But then where will Venezuela be without its fearless new leader?
They have a vice president and an opposition leader.
Is somewhere in Russia, apparently.
Yeah.
I don't know. But I did see that Trump said we're gonna stay in Venezuela for
Probably
a long haul.
Meeting with Zelensky.
Probably. No, our 51st state. I was really hoping that would,
I was really hoping that would be Puerto Rico.
Yeah. I mean, they've been putting in all the work all these years. But no, seemingly Venezuela might be it. Who knows? Anywho,
well, we'll send you paper towels or whatever we do.
We're gonna send you a care package, cookies and paper towels. That'll fix it.
Fuck. All right. Well, shall we talk about us?
Yeah, I enjoy that a lot more. We don't have any reviews to read on this new Shooting the Flames episode. In fact, we haven't had an Apple Podcast or an iTunes review for the last 7 months.
Wow.
So we're in kind of a dearth. And maybe it's because people just don't listen on Apple Podcasts anymore.
I think most everything's happening on Spotify now.
Yeah. Even I have.
And that's just ratings, and there's no real way for us to track that in the way Spotify does things. So
I mean, and that's fine.
It's probably fine. We don't have to hunt for reviews and stuff, but it's nice to see people send us things that are more review style about how they think about our podcast overall, rather than just the content of one episode. Except that's why we do these episodes, is to read those comments about the comments of people's episodes. So I really do miss that kind of genre of comment, I guess. So if you do have a review, don't worry about iTunes or Apple. Just, you thought about something you like about us or hate about us. Want to make it entertaining and interesting for us to read out loud, because we will no matter what.
That's right.
And send it our way.
I will say that over on Instagram, we were getting some screenshots of people Spotify Wrapped this year, saying that they were in the top 10% of listeners of our podcast and so on and so forth. So I mean,
I'm not even a top 10% listener of our podcast.
Well, do you listen on Spotify?
I don't listen on anything.
Oh. Well, you have the editing to.
Yes, I listen on my computer.
Yes.
And sometimes on the Patreon when you do the Patreon episode.
So when I do listen to our podcast, I use Spotify now.
Oh, you swapped.
Yeah, because I just like the interface better, and it's just easier for me to navigate between that and music and audiobooks.
Do they have video on Spotify?
Like music videos?
No, like movies.
No, you can watch music videos now, but that's it.
We keep getting comments on our Nightmare Before Christmas episode that says like, I wanted the movie, assholes. I'm like, you're on Spotify. Like, what are you doing?
No, you can't watch a video on Spotify.
It's by far like 10 times more than any other episode, our most popular episode.
It's so shocking.
And the comments we normally get is just like, I grew up on this. This is my jam. And then there's like a good healthy portion of that that's always like, I was looking for the movie. I'm like, then why are you at Spotify?
You cannot. You cannot on Spotify.
Anyway, you'd think we'd get those comments on YouTube. But we don't. It's
For
on
sure.
Spotify.
That makes no sense to me. But it also makes no sense to me that out of all the episodes that we've done, The Nightmare Before Christmas is our number one.
Just goes to show how impressively popular that is.
Yeah, I never thought I would see the day.
Yeah, but also in our top 10 are things like The Ghost in the Darkness, which is interesting. But you got the typical ones like Alien and Aliens are in there, and The Shining and stuff like that. So yeah, our top 10 is very interesting. Maybe we should do a top 10.
We should. And go back and listen to those episodes. Some of them I haven't heard in a long time.
Yeah.
So.
We used to re-release things every once in a while. Definitely need to re-release a Valentine's playlist or do a new one. I would love to do a Valentine's. The most creepy love songs.
I would too.
A revisiting.
Because, right after that episode, I started making another playlist of extra songs.
Yeah.
So that might be fun.
Easy to do.
Okay.
But we should get into it. We have lots of comments to get through.
We do.
From our Shooting the Flames from last quarter, Q4 of 2025, for those of you keeping track, Karl over on Patreon said, a triple episode about Friday the 13th, 4, 5, and 6 would be cool. 5 definitely has some interesting qualities to discuss. I do love 7. It's like Carrie meets Zombie Jason, awesome concept in a wacky way. With 8, I just find it hard to understand how there's a big ocean liner in Crystal Lake, but would love to hear you guys discuss it. Lol. I had no idea about that, and I can't wait to talk about all of these movies, actually.
Yeah, these movies get increasingly fucking bonkers, and they're just fun.
And we're going to continue the franchise, right? What month do we do that? September
is our franchise month. So we're going to decide like which movies to combine and or skip, and then sort of like make a plan.
Yeah.
But we will definitely be talking about 7 and 8 because we just have to.
Okay.
We just have to. Bennett over on Patreon said, in this episode, when Chris started comparing me to Forrest Gump because of my interactions with famous people and soon to be famous people in my college years, I was confused at first as to where he was going with it. I initially turned my head going, huh? But when he finished, I laughed a little. But while it's amusing, I don't quite agree. Forrest Gump is a tall tale character who seems to be everywhere at once at a certain era in American history, whereas I simply saw and met numerous people in one place for a few years.
Yeah, well, I mean, come on.
It's still kind of Forrest Gumpian.
Yeah.
Yeah. So, Bennett, you're just going to have to take that
Wear your
comparison.
Keep up, George over on Patreon said, Dear Hot Flashers, I sincerely apologize. I meant Dave Franco. Speaking of people Bennett has actually met. I wouldn't mind being stuck to Dave Franco. Shooting the Flames is my favorite episode. XX.
Oh, XX to you too, George. Well, good. We hope you enjoy this quarterly installment, and there may be some changes to the format coming up, so stay tuned.
Yeah.
From our hot take on Shelby Oaks, BattleBurrito over on Patreon said, I remember enjoying individual moments in this movie, but in retrospect, it was super forgettable.
Yeah, kind of is, but I still kind of liked it. It's on the top half, I would say, of the horror movies that I watched this year. I don't know if it's going to be in my top 10.
It's not in my top 10. In fact, I think I'm closing in on watching 50 horror movies this year. So I've started thinking about it from the top 25 and the bottom 25.
Yeah.
So
yeah, same.
It's definitely in the top 25.
From our deep dive into Psycho, Nikki over on Patreon said, I watched this back in the 90s, borrowed the VHS from my local library, and was shocked by it. Thanks for inspiring the rewatch, gents.
I'm still kind of shocked by it, Nikki, when I watch it. Like, there's parts of the movie that will always get to me, I think.
Yeah.
So, and it was fun to really talk about that. And it, in my opinion, turned out to be a really good episode.
Yeah, but how were you shocked? Was shocked how good it was, or shocked as in clutching your pearls? No, I'm talking about Nikki.
Oh, I was about to tell you. I'll tell you all why. But yeah, tell us what shocked you for sure. Bennett over on Patreon said, Roger Moore. Roger Moore. That's the Bond you're looking for. It's like a poem. Yes, Roger Moore. That is the one I was trying to think of. My favorite Bond.
Thank you. 3 months later. That's the problem with the Shooting the Flames.
For the quarterly, I'd be like, what?
Because we're responding 3 months later. We are responding to these people in real time, but like this is the public responses. Yeah.
P.S. And yes, the Catholic League of Decency was a real and powerful organization, basically the closest thing to a ratings board before that was established later. Well, they need to stop it and be best.
Be best, as Melania says. Of Venezuela. Now you get to be best too. BattleBurrito over on Patreon said, this was my first Hitchcock movie and it felt so wildly modern, at least until the first murder. I really want strumpet to become a mainstream insult again.
Bring it back.
Strumpet.
Strumpet. You know, I just thought about something.
Bootlegger!
We tried to make that work for a long time after the Creep Show episode. Maybe Trump just got bored of decorating the White House in gold and he wants to do a whole country now.
Yeah.
That's what it is.
That's what you think about. Yeah. It's not patronizing at all.
Priscilla over on Spotify says, this was a fantastic episode, guys. It's right up there with the greats like Alien and Exorcist 2, Heretic.
One will never die.
You both had me laughing at multiple points. I had no idea Osgood Perkins was Anthony Perkins' son, but now I can totally see it. Sending all the love to you both from Australia.
At least until he renamed himself Osbad Porkins.
That's right.
I'm making a t-shirt still.
We are going to be putting that out there. And then if we ever see him, I'll be like,
you're welcome.
I hope you gotta have it.
That name has stuck with me for 10 years. Fuck you. All we need is another angry director voicemail.
If it's Osbad Porkins, though, I'd be like, yeah, that's the kind of fame I want. That's good. Mm-hmm. The other guy, I can't remember his name.
From our deep dive into the birds, BattleBurrito over Patreon said, Rod Taylor is definitely the Hitchcock himbo.
TM.
It's hot.
From our deep dive into the prophecy, BattleBurrito also said, it's rare to see a movie with these two load-bearing performances with such little screen time.
Yeah, and I think he's talking about Vigo and
Walken,
Christopher Walken. Mm-hmm. Yeah,
they did. That movie was very Virginia Madsen and Elias Codius heavy, right?
Yeah, which is not a bad thing.
No, I like them both.
They didn't have as much to do.
I would have liked to see more Vigo, though. But the thing is, if you have a lot of that, then it may not make it as special.
I don't know. I feel like I want to watch a movie where they all like trade parts. You know, Virginia Madsen becomes Elias Codius part. Elias Codius becomes Satan. Vigo becomes Elias. You know what I mean? Like they all could be interchangeable. Christopher Walken is just Christopher Walken, no matter what. He's the little girl. Shining Bird Morning Star or whatever.
Mary Mariah Shining Bird Morning Star. That just rolls off the tongue.
It does. And Rob's NYC over on Spotify agrees Viggo Mortensen is amazing in this movie.
He is. From our deep dive into Constantine, Karl over on Patreon said, love this movie. Really great to hear your guys' love for it as well. Think it's a very underrated movie, but I have noticed over time it's starting to get its due. I used to also play the video game back on the original Xbox, and it was actually pretty fun.
Yeah, like I think it really shocked us both because we really thought Prophecy was going to be the one, you know, that we really wanted to deep dive and get into and talk about. Mm-hmm. But it ended up being Constantine. It was so much more interesting from like a genre perspective.
Very much.
You know? And so it's like we really watched it very first level, you know, like surface level, I think, both of us way back in the day. And it was really interesting to watch it, certainly with Prophecy, since they have essentially the same plot.
I was shocked. I tell you, on how much I enjoyed Constantine on this rewatch because I had only seen it the one time before, and I thought it was just like okay, you know. But like, I really have been thinking about Constantine since we watched it, since we did the episode, you know. And I think that it's like a really, really good movie. That you're right, Karl. I think is very underrated, and I think that a lot of people need to go back and rewatch it if you were dismissive, as I was, you know. And it's really not a movie to dismiss. So. Yeah.
James over on Patreon says, you have never seen V for Vendetta? Blasphemy. I also like League of Extraordinary Gentlemen.
Yes, I have never seen V for Vendetta.
That is coming up. I think we're doing it this June or something.
I think we are going to deep dive into
we knocked it off the docket for some more Hitchcock. I don't know. We're doing it somewhere. We're doing Blockbuster.
Yes.
We're doing it for Blockbusters.
We're doing it for Blockbusters. Okay. And I also like The League of Extraordinary Gentlemen. I know that you were saying that because we said it.
I do parts of it, yeah. Basically, every time Sean Connery is like not just, swabbing the decks with testosterone.
Captain Nemoing about. I don't know. Maybe I just like literature.
Yes,
That's what it is. Hey, back in November, we had a poll for you guys to pick a movie with a interesting depiction of Satan. And you guys had some comments about maybe some things that were missing or about the things that we had for you to choose from. And Penelope over on Patreon said, LOL, not South Park?
Yeah, but it's not really a horror movie, but we did have some things on there that weren't exactly horror. So yeah, I guess.
Yeah. I mean, like, that is an interesting depiction of Satan and very, very funny. So I don't know. It kind of just made me want to watch that movie again.
Mm-hmm. George over on Patreon said Devil's Advocate. And I think we deep dive that?
We want to deep dive Devil's Advocate, but we watched it maybe a couple years ago, and we just watched it for funsies. Yeah, when I came to visit you.
Yeah.
We watched Devil's Advocate amongst all the other things that we watched, and it wasn't set to be an episode for any good reason, but that's not to say that it won't be in the future. George.
Yeah, and I don't think it was quite as good as I remembered it.
Mm-mm. No, it was the opposite of the Constantine effect, actually, because I remember that movie being very, very good, and I think we walked away from it like, meh. But, I mean, ultimately, that's a deep diveable movie and not something for Patreon, I feel.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm. GlazedDonut over on Patreon commented, in 1999, between End of Days and Stigmata, Gabriel Byrne had me in pure hormonal rapture. Somebody would have thought I was studying theology the way I studied him in those films. I love Stigmata.
I have seen it once, and I don't really remember much of it about it.
I just like Patricia Arquette.
Was there a moment like where he's like playing this tape or whatever, and it's like super loud, but he can't tell that anything's happening, and the neighbor keeps like banging on the ceiling because he's like doing this satanic thing on this tape or whatever, and then but he can't hear it because he's the Antichrist or something, and then she kills herself.
No.
What movie is that?
I don't know what movie that is.
I swear that was Stigmata.
I don't remember that in Stigmata. But we need to watch it because I just bought it on 4K.
Who turns into Satan at like midnight in Stigmata?
No one turns into Satan.
Fuck. What movie am I thinking of?
I don't know. Patricia Arquette is sort of like, she's bedeviled by the Stigmata stuff, right? And like he's trying to figure out why, because she's such a sinner.
Oh.
Yeah.
Bedeviled.
Bedeviled.
Okay. That's another movie that we could have done.
I think it was
Bedazzled. Bedazzled. That's right.
I think that was on the list. Maybe
Bedeviled would have been a way better title for that.
For real. Let's go back. It's already been remade once. We'll just do it again.
Yeah, but Gabriel Byrne. Fun fact: he burns in Hereditary.
He does. And just like we mentioned in the Hereditary episode, every time someone says Gabriel Byrne, I think of this stupid Family Guy thing where Peter's holding up Gabriel Byrne and making him sing "In Your Eyes," like from Say Anything. And he was just like, I'm Gabriel Byrne, not Gabriel whatever, the singer. It's stupid. I don't know why I just said that out loud. Anywho.
From our bonus episode of Needful Things, Glazed Donut over on Patreon said, this film really is stacked with amazing actors, but I can't help wishing for a remake to see a better utilization of the book material. I believe they're on the third The Stand remake, so surely Needful Things could be doable.
I agree, Glazed Donut. But like we talked about in that bonus episode, there is a 3-hour plus long TV version that is available on physical media. So I've recently got the 4K version of that, and it has the really long 3-hour plus cut on it. So I will have Chris watch that at some point. Because that conversation about needful things has led into me finally choosing what I'm doing my master's thesis over, and it's Castle Rock.
Hell yeah.
Oh, yeah. So something good came out of that poll.
Here, glazed donut. More glazed donut. And God, I wish that was the first time I said that today.
And of course, he was talking about you. From our hot take on It, welcome to Dairy. Nikki over on Patreon said, so glad you did this hot take. We enjoyed this series. Good jump scares, gnarly effects, definitely some plot questions, but all in all, enjoyable. We watched each week and looked forward to each episode. 100% agree with Mrs. Hanlon noping out since she was ready to leave throughout the series, but continuity and all that.
Yeah.
So,
Yep.
It didn't quite make sense, but you have to be a slave to a timeline that has already been created.
Yeah, they kind of wrote themselves into a little bit of corner there.
They sure did.
Glazed Donut over on Patreon said, I enjoyed this series more than I thought I would. I also appreciate Bill Skarsgård having to do out of makeup, even though he seemed to be channeling Daniel Day-Lewis and There Will Be Blood. Other than the story having some issues, the one thing that bothered me were the CGI effects. There were some moments, like cemetery scene, where it looks Disney cheap, and it took me out of the otherwise tense moments. I'm hoping next season they can integrate more practical effects, but overall, I'm excited to see what story they tell next.
I mean, I am too.
I was fine mostly with the effects. The ghost effects were very Haunted Mansion.
Yeah, they were. And but thankfully they only used that during that one part, you know, but like, I thought the rest of the effects were pretty good.
But they weren't real ghosts, right? It was just Pennywise, like being like, this is what a ghost looks like. And this is what the kids would be afraid of. Like,
exactly.
So it was like their cartoony ghost, vision of what a ghost should look like is what it will project at you. Mm-hmm. So it's kind of interesting in that sense.
And I mean, I don't know where they're going with this next season. I've heard so many different things now because they're going to take advantage of like playing with that notion of time that they talked about in the last episode about how it can be here or there and blah, 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 blah. And Finn, whatever his name is from Stranger Things, just came out and said that there's going to be a third movie that he's going to be in or something. I don't know what's going on with the It franchise. Something is happening over there.
Yeah, I don't know. Speaking of which, I just finished Stranger Things.
Oh, did you watch the last one?
Mm-hmm.
Now that it's completely over, I think I'm ready to start binging. Because that's what I was waiting on.
Linda's Hamilton is in the last season.
I saw that. I saw a picture of her. She looks dowdy.
Kind of a thankless role.
Well, all those 80s people they brought back to do that were kind of thankless, right? Was that... What's this truck from Vision Quest? Matthew Modine in the first season. So
yeah, the guy from Mad About You and Aliens.
Oh, right.
Season, yeah.
Wow. I don't know. I'm not going to rewatch the first season though because I didn't really care for it. Oh. So I'm just going to start up with season 2 and slowly make my way through. Did you go see it in the theater?
No.
Okay, good. Apparently I made a lot of money though. So
from our top 10 into X-Files, or our top 10 X-Files episode, that makes sense. Bennett over on Patreon said, Mother and I have been rewatching. So I didn't mean to read that in such a Perkinsy kind of way. Mother and I have been rewatching X-Files lately. Something I've done off and off for years, but never from the beginning in sequence. We're currently in season 5, just finished the postmodern Prometheus, one of the classics of that season. I clearly remember jumping into the series for the first time in the fall of 1997, when I just started 6th grade, and when reruns started airing in syndication. That year involved a lot of homework, watching season 1 on one night of the week, new episodes from season 5 as they were airing, and renting whatever episodes I could on VHS from Blockbuster. You can imagine how challenging that was, long before the days of IMDb and streaming services. Luckily, I had a handy-dandy issue of TV Guide that had about for a viewer's choice marathon on FX at the time, and listed each episode from seasons 1 through 4 with slug lines. It was my friggin' Bible. In the end, it was a lot of work that paid off in time for the first theatrical movie that came out in the following summer. P.S. My parents didn't let me watch every episode at that age, considering the disturbing content. One episode in particular was not on your list, since the overall quality is debatable, but was certainly one of the grossest of the series. It was a season 4 episode called Sanguinarium, which guest starred Richard Beymer of Twin Peaks and West Side Story fame as a nefarious plastic surgeon. The writing quality may be questionable, but boy, are there some grisly murder scenes in that one. I don't remember that one.
I was going to say, do you remember that episode?
No.
Didn't I also say during the top 10 recording that I was going to watch all the X-Files? I haven't done that yet.
No, you haven't.
But they're all back on streaming now because Ryan Coogler's season's coming out soon.
Oh, great.
Well, apparently it's going to be very similar to the original.
Sweet.
I don't feel you're very excited for
I'm
this.
happy for you. I'm just excited about that as I am for the new Buffy.
Oh, God. Yeah, I forgot that's coming. I'm going to watch it anyway.
There's apparently a question of whether it will actually be greenlit to be a pilot at all.
The Buffy thing?
Yeah.
What?
I don't know.
Why are they all talking about it? Like it's a thing then? I don't know.
Because it's Buffy.
It's probably not going to be good. Anyway, Bennett, that does seem like a lot of work for the time period. Are you going to go back and rewatch them? Or you are rewatching them all again? See, I guess I need to get on the bandwagon. Whatever. Mm-hmm. From our Shooting the Flames episode way back in May of 2019, Chelsea on Spotify said, 100% agree about your movie etiquette rant. I love going to the movies. I hate when people having crying babies don't leave or are on their phones. Lovely episode.
Thank you, Chelsea.
Thank you, Chelsea. Yeah, we don't like children at the theater.
Or when there's uncomfortable seats. Or when people are smoking the weed right next to us.
Oh my God, didn't that happen recently?
Yeah.
Where were you watching? Avatar. And they were just puffing away on the weed.
They were firing and ashing right next to us.
Clouds of smoke and shit. Yeah, that's not acceptable.
Until it was, because it was super immersive.
For that guy too.
We got a little stoned and there was some smoke. Are you kidding? It was 3D. 3D. From our Outtakes 12 episode, Priscilla over on Spotify said, I hope you do all these Outtakes episodes forever. Always a riot. You were both hilarious.
Oh, thank you. Unintentionally. Mm-hmm. Yes, we will continue to do Outtakes episodes forever. Because
they're inevitable.
Because they just are.
Like Thanos. They are inevitable.
From our deep dive into The Long Kiss Goodnight, James said, you would be surprised how much a good teacher would make as she fingers. Ayo.
Ayo. That's well, I think what was the line that I said? As she fingers her briefcase full of money.
Yes.
But apparently that's when he spit out his drink or whatever.
Yeah. Ayo.
Ayo. I didn't know how to spell that until now.
Yeah, that's why I was having a hard time reading it. Ayo.
BattleBurrito said, I had never seen it before watching it for this episode. It's hard to overstate how much fun I had with it. It was so silly, but also earnest. Yeah, it's a really weird, like, razor's walk that this movie does.
And it's really popular, too. I brought it up to my cousin just randomly, and she was like, oh, I love that movie. And she was spitting out quotes. And I was like, how many times have you seen it? She's like, once. And I'm like, you remembered all this?
Yeah. Well, it's a Shane fucking Black's script, yeah. You know, it's like, I feel like it's one of those movies like Ghost in the Darkness that no one, like, thinks to talk about, and it was not popular at the time, but, like, everyone's seen and, like, we'll go back and watch. Mm-hmm. So it just is, like, one of those really long sleeper hits.
And this one is for sure. Nikki over on Patreon said, great episode, gents. And thank you for honoring my suggestion to watch it and deep dive this movie. You're welcome, Nikki. We were happy to do it. When this movie came out, I loved it. And I watched it all the time on VHS, which I still have. Such a fun ride. So many good lines. I just had to teach myself how to take a shot like Charlie Baltimore. College. And in case you don't know, there is a rapper from Philly that named herself Charlie Baltimore, which just goes to show that this movie's character is universally known as a bad mother sucker. LOL.
It's a dope bitch.
Different movie, but yes, it applies. She was a dope ass bitch. Well, Nikki, I'm glad that you enjoyed the episode and keep the suggestions coming.
Long time coming. Yeah, it took me a long time to get you to watch that, right? We watched it last year for Christmas. And you enjoyed the shit out of it. Mm-hmm. And then we were like, okay, well, we can deep dive it next year. And we did.
Right. And we did. And here we are.
Yeah. From our bonus episode into Transylvania 6, 5,000.
Transylvania 6, 5,000.
Thank you. Thank you. Nikki, I think you were doing the version.
Yes, the Glenn Miller.
Glenn Miller. I can't help it.
which we talked about.
Love me some Glenn Miller. Anyway, Nikki says, I think the jingle is the only thing I remember about this movie. I'm sure my little kid brain thought it was hilarious, so I may not rewatch and hold it on to my memory. Do that. Please do that. Mm-hmm. And I laughed at the League of Her Own joke, so there's that. Thank you.
God. While I was editing, I was just
Nikki, you are my favorite patron.
He did say it plain as day, and I'm just like, la, 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 just kept on talking. And I was just like, it was just right there the whole fucking time.
See, she's in a league of her own. And you just kept on going. I was like, really? You're fired. Nikki, step in.
You may have to tap in for this one.
Get the hook. Get him off the stage. Step in.
We don't have any questions or voicemails this month. So guys, please send us your voicemails. We'd like to hear them. You can call us at 972-666-7733.
That's right. We do have a new patron though. Snake Plissken.
Snake Plissken?
Mm-hmm. Snake Plissken. And he joined at the Film Sparker level.
So he escaped New York and LA to become a patron?
Yes, he did.
Well, welcome to the family, Snake. But as always, we need to shout out our patrons at the Film Flamer tier or higher. We'll start with our Film Inferno patrons,
which is Penelope,
Call Me Lestat,
and Nimble Wembley.
At the Film Flamer tier, we have Benjamin,
Nikki,
Lisa,
Jessica,
Random Dude,
Ashley,
Glazed Donut,
Rosie Red Leader,
Alex,
William Skidder,
Ryan King,
Shadow of the Dead Swan,
and Sinistera.
I have to always read that one with some dramaticism.
With some gusto?
Yes.
Thank you guys for your continued support. It's always great to read all of our names of our patrons. Guys, if you want to go and get all of our bonus episodes, sometimes episodes early, join the Patreon chat over there, head over to patreon.com/thefilmflamers and join the family.
I'm still laughing that you did that. It's like Dean Swan or Dean Swain or something. You're like Dead Swan.
Got a whole name change out of it, which I think he's happy about.
Yes, he is.
And you certainly are.
I am.
Horror news.
So it's been a pretty good year for horror movies at the Academy Awards, or at least so far. So, a couple years ago, they started this trend of announcing shortlist for like some of the categories, mostly technical stuff, right? And
which is the stuff that's going to be voted on, right?
Yeah.
Like
so
the list that the Academy has presented to the voters to vote. Wait. Yes.
Yes. No? So films are submitted in certain categories, right? And then there may be some pre-voting that's done by the Academy, but then the Academy announces the movies that are available for you to vote. And then they choose the final nominees from this list, right? So Sinners has really been raking in all the awards and the nominations for all these precursor ceremonies and things that have been happening. And they did quite well in the short list, right? So 7 categories: casting, which is a brand new award they're doing for the first time this year.
Wow.
Cinematography, makeup, not stunts, which is stupid, but casting in general. Makeup and hairstyling.
Give Tom Cruise his Oscar.
Sound, visual effects, and 2 of the songs from that movie are on the short list for the original song category.
Wow.
Frankenstein also was in 6 of these categories, and I don't know fucking how it is. Like, Frankenstein's being nominated for everything.
See production. Production design for sure.
But it's like it's been nominated for Best Picture and all these precursor things.
Yeah, because it's Guillermo, not because it's a good movie.
Yeah. But it was in the short list for casting, cinematography, makeup,
there needs to be a new thing. Like they did like the Popcorn Award or the Popularity Award or something, right?
They do that at the Golden Globes.
Okay. Well, they need to do one where like movies you can watch without actually watching it, and like movies like to watch while you're on your phone.
Yeah.
Frankenstein would be the one.
Movies you don't have to pay attention to.
Yeah.
It was also on the short list.
You're the monster, Victor.
Visual effects. I will never watch that movie again.
I'll watch it on mute.
Fucking Mia Goth is just like, every time she's in a movie now, I think she is just like pandering for an Oscar. And I'm like, someone just give her a nomination.
I just look at all the extras to see if there's any like wayward bruises of her kicking
the shit out of someone. Like, what? A couple other horror movies are on the short list too. So Die My Love, which was the Jennifer Lawrence thriller. The Ugly Stepsister is in there, and Jurassic World Rebirth.
Okay.
So that's to say these may not get nominated for anything, but I still think it's good when there's like a good handful of horror movies that make these short lists.
Well, they're going to do something for Rob Reiner.
For sure.
Who, of course, has passed away via murder by his son,
Seemingly.
allegedly.
Yeah.
Although it looks pretty cut and dry at that point.
Yeah.
And of course, this is the dude who's done many, many genres and movies, but particularly at least one that we've deep dove in in Misery, right?
Yeah.
But he also did other Stephen King fare, like
Stand By Me.
Stand By Me. Mm-hmm. Yep. And he also did things like Princess Bride.
Yep. And Spinal Tap. I mean, like, this man has made lots of movies, and movies that would go on to be classics, like When Harry Met Sally and so on and so forth. And like, to me, Misery and Stand By Me are some of the best Stephen King adaptations. And like, he is just really, really good when it comes to King's work, I think. And he'll be missed for sure. And I think it was really shocking when that news came out. It's just not something that I expected to hear ever, that Rob Reiner was murdered by his son. So I don't know. Obviously, this story is not over yet. Like, this kid will go to trial, I'm sure. And like, Rob Reiner was so kind of beloved in Hollywood. I think that a lot of people were speaking out about things. So yeah, he'll be missed.
2025 will also be missed, as it was a great year for horror, but we're looking forward to 2026, which seems to be the year of the sequel again, maybe, with no less than like The Strangers Chapter 3. Thanks, Rennie. 28 years later, The Bone Temple, Scream 7, Return to Silent Hill, Ready or Not 2, Insidious again, The Mummy, another again, Evil Dead Burn, Terrifier 4, and Resident Evil 18 or something.
Yeah, my God.
So yeah, we've got huge amount, like 10 sequels at least, coming in 2026.
That's a lot. The thing is, but we're returning to some franchises that, I mean, like, when's the last time we had a Silent Hill movie?
We haven't. We've only had the one that I'm aware of.
Yeah. I mean, there so many video games have come out since then.
Yeah, it looks very connected. Insidious, I'm surprised that we're getting another one again.
Yeah.
I don't know Evil Dead Burn. I don't know anything about it. Terrifier 4, I still have yet to see any Terrifier film.
I feel like when Terrifier 4 comes out, we should go to the theater and watch it, and I'll have you watch all three beforehand. Okay. Because, like, I poo-pooed the first one. But as the
first one, I did see most of that, I think, and it seemed very like student film or kind of.
Well, it's just like unnecessarily grisly and misogynist,
It was all good fun.
Yeah, but these other later sequels have really been a lot of fun, and like this is the last one for sure. There will never be a Terrifier 5, hopefully. So that's good to watch. And then I really enjoyed The Last Evil Dead.
Some of these are like not really sequels. Like I feel like Return to Silent Hill is not really a sequel. It's like a reboot within the same universe, which they are doing in several franchises actually. Ready or Not 2 is a direct sequel. In fact, it takes place like the minute after the last one ended. Insidious is probably directly. I don't know if The Mummy is. If that's just like another take, or if they're really trying yet again to do like the Monsterverse or whatever.
I have no idea.
I don't have a clue.
Lee Cronin is making it.
Okay.
Resident Evil is also kind of a reboot.
Yes, I think it's a restart. So it's not like Resident Evil 18. This is Mila Jovovich free.
Yeah. So they're preparing themselves for the next 18.
Yes.
With this reboot.
Okay. That makes sense.
But in the spirit of talking about 2026, we thought that we would do a little change to the Shooting the Flames format. I mean, it wouldn't be a new year if we didn't try something new, right?
Yeah. And which is why we're going to be talking about what's
coming soon.
For the quarter, right?
Yes.
So, what do we got on the docket for January releases, which is...
Yeah, so the quarter, of course, for those of you working in the government, where the like Q4 starts in like September or October or something stupid like that,
Every company I've ever worked for, quarter 4 is always like way back.
Yeah, like some I've dealt with like where their quarters actually is like the Q1 starts Feb 1.
Yeah.
But like every other company I've ever worked for, like in retail and corporation, is Jan 1 is Q1, right? Mm-hmm. That's the way it should be. And that's the calendar quarters, right? And that's what we're talking about. So Jan, Feb, March is what we're talking about here, the first quarter of 2026. And usually January is the infamous horror movie graveyard. Or is it? Because like with 28 years later and the return of Sam Raimi coming both in this month, I don't know that I think like the horror genre as a whole is trying to fight back at that, really. And it's kind of interesting. Starting with We Bury the Dead with Daisy Ridley. Now, this does have mixed to positive early buzz, but it does have buzz. And is being compared to The Girl with All the Gifts, which is very high praise, in my opinion, because that is a movie I slept on for several years, finally saw it, and absolutely fell in love with it.
I thought it was great.
Yeah.
And yeah, this is our first release. So it actually came out this week, the time of this recording. So right at the beginning of January, it is out and about now. And it seems to be pretty positively accepted.
Okay.
So, and we did talk about this trailer on a previous Shooting the Flames. So,
wow. 3 months ago.
We'll have to check it out.
Meanwhile, Primate is also a thing. This is the movie about the killer monkey, which is, getting surprisingly strong early buzz for what it is. I was just really laughing at like the high conceptness of the trailer.
They are really promoting the hell out of this movie, and it's the kind of promotions where they have like cameras trained on people like watching it so you can see all the jump scares and everything, right? And I think we've talked about on Shooting the Flames that they go and they find people who would never watch a killer monkey movie, and they're like, here, watch this so they can get your reaction for it, right?
That's what they do.
So, but this movie looks fun. Like I really want to watch this. And
it seems like a theater watch too.
Yes,
yeah,
it really does. And so I feel like I will be making a trek to see Primate for sure.
And not for a theater watch, but maybe a theatre watch would be 28 years later, The Bone Temple.
Yeah.
To see Ralph Fiennes
doing his thing, and the continuing story of the Jimmies or whatever the fuck.
The Teletubby Jimmies. I don't know. I don't know what to think, but I'm hearing amazing things. So
yeah, and
this is Nia DaCosta, right?
Yeah, I want to see what Nia DaCosta does with this, right? Like I'm really like glad and kind of proud of Danny Boyle like giving the reins over to someone like Nia DaCosta.
Well, what's interesting is they didn't know if they were going to continue, but apparently loved it so much they wanted to continue, and now that he's going to sandwich, he's going to do the third one, I think, himself.
So hopefully this movie is good. I feel like I'm already invested, so I would need to watch it for sure. And then there's something coming out called Night Patrol. I don't think I've heard of this.
Me either. I still need to see Justin Long's last one where it's like coyotes.
Oh, and it's out too.
Yeah, it's been out.
Yeah.
And I've been wanting to watch that because the trailer looked fucking hilarious.
I saw it at Movie Trading Company yesterday. Maybe I should just buy it.
Oh my God. Yeah, I want to see anything with Justin Long, really.
Yeah.
Although I did not like Walrus. And I didn't like the one that he fucking did for VHS or whatever, where it's like literally Walrus, but it's like the dogs.
Oh, that was really stupid.
Yeah. Anyway, sorry, but this is like Vampire Cops with Justin Long. Yeah, and it's called Night Patrol. So I don't know. Could be interesting. We'll see.
That could be fun.
Yeah.
We've already talked about Return to Silent Hill. It's also coming out in January. So I'm really interested to see that just because I didn't watch Silent Hill for a long time. And then on your recommendation, I watched it maybe like 4 or so years ago.
Yeah.
And really liked it. It was neat, kind of like world building. I don't know. That's one with the nurses, right?
Yes.
Yes, then I did like it very much.
Yes. Yeah, no, it's great. Pyramid Head, all that stuff. Yeah.
Oh, yeah, that Big Daddy.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
Yeah. And a gnarly, like, burned to death scene. Horrible. Anyway, a really good flaying scene, too. Lots of good scenes in that. Like, monsters that you'd swear were CG, but were actually in makeup, and they're bringing back those same monsters. So, can't wait. It does look a little made for TV somehow. I don't know what it is. Like, very digital looking. We'll have to see. Anyway, Send Help. I think that's the wild card. Return to Silent Hill is the wild card.
Yeah.
Of January, right? Is that like something they sent to die in January, or will it surprise everyone? I don't know. Send Help is Sam Raimi returning. Now, if you were going to tell me that Sam Raimi was returning, I would have assumed that he was maybe having something to do with the next Evil Dead movie that's also coming out this year, which is Evil Dead Burns or something.
Yeah.
And but no, this is a stuck on a island with your horrible boss, and your chance to be horrible to the boss, I guess. So I don't know. The trailer is kind of crazy, but this also has Rachel McAdams as the lady that's stuck with her boss.
And she gets to be really violent and horrible to him.
Sounds like Stuck on an Island with Kathy Bates misery movie.
It looks fun. I mean, it looks like a Sam Raimi movie.
It does.
And I'm here for that, because I really enjoy Drag Me to Hell. And if he's making movies of in the same kind of vein,
Yeah.
I'm down for it. It doesn't seem like something that you would stick in a January release. So
No. Yeah, we'll have to see. There's another thing called World Breaker that I have not seen. As far as I know, I haven't seen a trailer for it. But it's by the Session 9 director, which I still need to see. Some people swear by that film. And this is about a reality-bending monster, essentially a reality-bending monster movie.
I haven't seen a trailer for this, but I've read some things about it, and it looks interesting and neat. Seems like a really cool concept. Session 9 is an amazing horror movie. It's very, very scary, right? And just has a really creepy tone all the way through it. So I'm kind of interested to see what this director does. But, with all that being said, I feel like January being the month where horror movies go to die is probably no longer a thing, right?
Yeah.
I feel like horror movies, especially in 2025, brought in a lot of money at the box office. And I think that we're going to be seeing a lot more horror releases where we normally would see those things.
We already are, because I want to say 5 years ago, we were scraping the bottom of the barrel at 30 watches a year.
Yep.
And now we're not hitting that bottom of the barrel until we're getting close to 50.
Yep.
Right. So, yeah.
So a lot of horrors coming out. So I think January is just another month where they're going to be releasing good to maybe middle grid.
Like a normal month.
Yeah, just whatever.
Anything from good to horrible. So in February, we're getting something called Whistle. And this is by the director that did The Nun. And this is about the ancient Aztec death whistle.
Don't you have one of those?
I do.
Mm-hmm.
Mm-hmm.
Okay.
Although it's made of plastic and not bone.
Well, bring it to the theater.
Yeah, and this is one of those things that you just blow through and it makes the scream sound. And so, this looks like high concept. I would love to see a trailer for this. I have not seen it.
And then a movie I know that you have been looking forward to seeing. It's finally coming to American theaters.
And that is Dracula, A Love Tale by Luc Besson.
Luc Besson.
Starring Caleb Landry Jones.
I remember this trailer that we talked about many moons ago. And I too would like to see this movie very much. A movie I don't want to see, though, is The Strangers Chapter 3.
Yeah. Rennie, please just make your sequels to the movies that we actually liked.
Well, and I mean, at least it's done with now. I won't have to worry about it anymore. The second one, and I don't know why I continue to watch it.
Literally everyone loves that it was involved in it, loves Long Kiss Goodnight. So it's just do that. Do the sequel for that.
Yeah. Mm-hmm.
Bringing everything else back.
Well, what he's doing now is he's unmasking the strangers.
Okay.
So, but I don't care. The story that he built around this is dumb. Whatever. I'll watch it. Finally. It'll be over with.
Next up is a movie called Psycho Killer, which is about the satanic slasher that just looks very true crimey, kind of made for TV movie based on the trailer I've seen. But it's trying to present itself as some sort of prestige horror, and it just does not look like that to me. But whatever.
But I do want to see this.
You're gonna love it because you are a true crime girly.
I am very much.
That's what it looks like.
And I am here for it. Qu'est-ce que c'est? Psycho Killer.
Yes.
And then we got Scream 7.
Yeah.
Which is
Neve Campbell is coming back.
Neve Campbell's back, and she's named her daughter Tatum after what's her name? Rose McGowan.
Oh, really?
Yeah. So keeping it in the fam.
Does she have a doggy door?
Oh, maybe. A horsey, you scared me. I will. I've seen every other Scream movie. I will continue to watch them.
Yeah, they're all fine.
Yeah. In March, though, we have something coming out that I don't know. I don't know what to think about. It could be really good. It's probably going to be far too pretentious. But that is The Bride, which is Maggie Gyllenhaal's take on Frankenstein.
This is her directorial debut.
I think that she's directed things before, but like she really has put a lot into this. Like I've been hearing about it for what seems like well over a year.
And yeah, Christian Bale's playing the monster and Jessie Buckley's playing the bride.
Yeah.
Who's Jessie Buckley?
Jessie Buckley is probably going to get nominated for an Academy Award this year for Hamnet. And she was in I'm Thinking of Ending Things, which was kind of a pseudo horror movie. She's a really, really good actress.
Okay.
So, the makeup for this looks cool. Like the way that they've stylized like the costumes and everything for Christian Bale and Jessie Buckley look neat. I don't know what the plot is, but it's either going to be amazing or just horrible, I think.
Yeah.
So
it's helpful.
Sorry.
Speaking of helpful, Undertone. Details are tightly under wraps, but this has generated a lot of heat and has been selected by A24 for distribution, which they rarely acquire finished films unless they see a massive viral or critical potential like they did for Talk to Me, right? Which is an example of something they did not produce, but they did distribute, right? Mm-hmm. So it's been marketed as an acoustic nightmare that weaponizes sound over visuals. And I hope that it's not like they're using tones and stuff, because that can really like actually hurt people.
Like an actual tone?
No, like certain ages hear certain things. Like, have you heard of like the little like attack, like mosquito thing that they killed? They put out outside of like, they made the news like 10 years ago. Like some certain storekeepers would put them out to make like kids congregating disperse or not be there. Oh. And they play like these high pitched noises that really bother people that can hear them. And so every year that you age, you can hear less high frequencies. Mm-hmm. And so like Matt, who is 6 years younger than me, can hear frequencies that are higher just by a little bit, you know? And so you can actually get this on your phone. You get like a dog whistle, right? And see where you're losing your high frequency. And like, if you know someone that's a little bit younger or older than you, it's interesting to see, because it's like clockwork. We lose like 5K or something hertz or I don't know every year. Anyway, yeah, it's kind of sad. So they play these really high tones to put people on edge. They don't know what it is, you know, but only certain people can hear them and only certain sound systems can handle them. So you never know. And it's not really controllable. And it might make it super loud depending on like the health of the speakers and things like that. Case in point, we watched a movie last night called Strange Harvest. And sometimes when they would do like the wow, you know, to like some sort of reenactment or like camera thing, you know, like the stupid documentaries do for true crime, you know, where they're wow, and go to the drama of it all, or like they show the murder picture. Wow, here's the bloody knife. Wow.
You do it so well. I feel like I hear that all the time.
Yeah, and so there was something in that like made Matt like just want to throw something at the TV. Like he was angry, not scared. Angry. Well, and I'm like, if you do that enough and people can hear it, but like certain audience members can't, like older ones, older than 40 or something, like you're not doing anyone any favors, right? So I don't know. It's going to be interesting to see what they do. If it's just like bass lines or if it's like vibrations, that would be more universally. So it'll be really interesting from a nerd's perspective what they do with sound there. And will it be up for anything at the Academy Awards in 2027?
Well, you have me at A24. So, I mean, and then with that entire discussion, that seems kind of interesting. So if it goes in that direction, then it could be a really cool film to watch, unless we are completely attacked by the youngrin people in the theater.
Undertone in Dolby Atmos.
Something's coming out called They Will Kill You. Oh, it's an appropriate time for that sound, though, too. This is done by the Machetes.
You paused. I thought you were waiting for it.
Well, it was a question.
Yes. Machetes, who did it.
Yes.
Yes. So this is about a housekeeping ad. Someone that answers a housekeeping ad for a New York high-rise. And there is a community up there. and they are trapped.
But it's a cult?
It's a cult, but they're trapped being a housekeeper.
So
for
it's
this
like
cult in the New York high-rise.
Cleaning up for Rosemary's Baby.
Love this sub genre. High-rise horror.
Yeah. Okay.
Poltergeist 2, I think was the, Gremlins 2. Poltergeist 3, Gremlins 2. There's just something about it.
Sliver.
Parts of RoboCop.
Yeah.
Yeah, Sliver. Yeah.
High-rise horror.
Yeah, high-rise horror. Trapped in an open space. Love it.
With many floors to go on. I really do like Poltergeist 3. It gets shit on a lot.
Yeah.
So,
But we don't probably like it for the right reasons.
no.
But
I also like the machetes. And I'm glad that they are doing something that's not it.
yeah.
So
Why did I think it was just one machete? Did he clone himself?
No, he makes movies with his sister.
Oh.
Barbara.
Barbara.
She's almost always involved in his films.
Oh, they're coming to get her.
They're coming to get you. They're coming to kill you, Barbara. They will kill you.
Barb.
Justice for Barb Machete. What's the Dog Stars?
The Dog Stars is the final movie of this quata, and it is going to be directed by Ridley Scott, or has been directed by Ridley Scott, and it is a post-apocalyptic infected zombie movie where the zombies are called Reapers.
Oh.
And so it is a zombie post-apocalyptic movie directed by Ridley Scott. So everyone's doing that. Everyone wants their turn. Mm-hmm. And I am intrigued by Ridley Scott returning, or maybe for the first time. No, not really. He's done sci-fi horror, but he hasn't really done like horror, in my opinion.
Yeah. So this is horror, or is this sci-fi horror as well?
I don't know. It's called The Dog Stars. So it sounds kind of homely, but also sci-fi. I don't know.
I saw a still image for this, and it really gave no context for the movie, but they look all white, like bald and white.
What
like
does?
The infected zombie.
Yeah.
So I don't know.
There's a couple other movies too that are coming out after. Obviously, we know there's lots of movies coming out in Q2, Q3, Q4, including I think Spielberg's take on some sort of like alien thing. There's like an alien coming out day or something.
Yeah, that's it's coming out in June too, so that'll be Q2.
Yeah, that'll be Q2, end of Q2.
Mm-hmm. But these are the big movies that are coming out in Q1. So obviously, guys, let us know what you think about this new version of Coming Soon on Shooting the Flames. And I don't know. I like it. I like talking about all the movies that are coming out.
Yeah, we don't have to wait for a trailer. We can talk about whatever the fuck's coming out.
That's right.
And what we're looking forward to the most.
That's true.
What are you looking forward to the most?
In Q1?
Yeah.
I gotta hate to say it, but fucking Primate. I really want to see Primate.
Yeah, it's going to be your guess. Like you've heard it here first, folks. Like what of these, at least one or two a month, what do you want to see a hot take on? Because that's what we'll go see and we'll release, for you. If you want to see our hot take, we can try and see it early, as much as we can. We can pull some strings, get lucky. I don't know.
And, but yeah, we have enjoyed doing the hot takes this year in 2025 or last year. And I think we want to keep that trend going.
Yeah.
Well, I think that just about wraps up this quarter's Shooting the Flames. As always, we want to get those comments and questions and voicemails for the next episode. So please do that. Look for us on the social medias, on Instagram, Facebook, Blue Sky, Threads, all the places.
You can email us, thetirequeens@fallflamers.com, or you can call our hotline at 972-666-7733 and let your voice be heard. We love it, and we'll play it live on the next Shooting the Flames.
That is correct. And we have a lot more episodes coming out for you this January. As always, we are going to close out 2025 and send it up in flames by talking about some of our favorites and maybe not so favorites of last year.
That's right.
Oh, well, Chris,
I love it.
I think it's time for us to head out and have some sweet dreams. Wow. You hear something so much and you just don't even pay attention, and then someone makes the noise and you're like, yeah, it's in every single one of those.
Until they saw the murder weapon.
Even if I'm not paying attention, that's when I look up. They've trained me. I'm like fucking Pavlov's dog over here. Like, what?
It's like, Robert, pay attention. It's sounding more like a dying animal. Can't do it anymore.
Okay.